Hey guys, I am going to be doing a super quick video to show you the Christmassy stitching that I'm going to be doing this year. Unfortunately, I wanted to have a little bit more to show you. I ordered some of the big 7-inch wooden sleds and a couple of patterns to go on the sleds to make for my mom for Christmas, but they haven't arrived yet. They haven't even shipped yet, actually. The sleds are on back order, so I don't think those are gonna be here in time for Christmas, or at least not in time for me to like make them and assemble them for Christmas, which is a shame, but I'll just make them when they come in and they can be some kind of winter present, and I'll show you those when and if they come. What I did get are 3 of the Mill Hill ornament kits. You might recall last year was the first time I tried making these. The video where I talk about them, I'll link up above in the card. So I made some of these ornaments for my mom last year and she really liked them, and now she has them all on a little tree, and so the tradition now is that I make her some ornaments. So I'm going to show you the 3 that I chose. I picked 2 mittens, I guess, although the mitten was my favorite one that I made last year, so this kind of makes sense. So the first one I chose, this is the Charmed Mitten Ornament in Warm and Woolly. And you can probably tell why I chose it. It has tiny little moose heads on it. It's the cutest thing. I started stitching this one last night, actually. You can see, this is the back of it, but I've got a little bit of it in. And hilariously, in last year's video, I talked about how the mitten that I stitched, the top part of the mitten was a separate piece, and then you had to put it on separately, and how that seemed so silly to me. This one is not like that, but it's similarly difficult unnecessarily. So this one, what you do is you count 8 rows up from the mitten, and you stitch this top red part on the back of your perforated paper, and then you fold it down to meet the top of the mitten, I guess for extra dimension, and then you whip stitch around the whole thing. So you're essentially like, you're stitching the mitten, and then you're counting up, and then you're stitching the top band of the mitten on the other side, which is going to be very confusing, and then you fold it down and stitch around it. Again, I mean, I don't know why. I might not do that. Whatever. I appreciate your intricacy, Mill Hill. So that's the first one. The second mitten I got, this is the Charmed Mitten Kit in Noel Heart. This one looks like it has probably a lot of beads on it. And yes, it does, because it's got a million beads in the package. Yeah, I really like the mittens. Clearly I really like the mittens. And the third one I got is the Winter Holiday Collection. These names are confusing. Winter Holiday Collection Kitty's Gift. And you guessed it, I'm gonna make this cat orange because my cat's orange. And how hard can it be? I think there's one gray color, and then I guess I'll have to find like an orange bead. I don't know. That's Kitty's Gift. I went looking at the ornaments when I went to order these, and surprisingly, like, a lot of them I didn't really like. I don't know what it is. It's something about trying to find ornaments that you think that your family will like. And I mean, that's silly. I know my mom will like anything that I make, essentially. But it's like Christmas walks this weird line between like corny, I think, and then like genuine. I don't know. So I'm sticking with the mittens. I like the mittens. And the cat. Obviously, I like the cat. And while I have you here, I'm going to put a sneaky little extra thing at the end of this video that's not stitching related at all, so you are warned. I got a little bit of haul today, not stitchy, as I just said, but it's some Josh Ritter music. Josh Ritter, if you're unfamiliar, he and the Royal City Band are one of my top bands. He is one of my top 5 of all time. Songwriter, musician. He is so amazing, and I'm gonna try not to be super weirdo about it, but he's just so genuine and happy, and he writes these incredible songs that are, so it's folk music, I suppose, would be like the most accurate way to describe it, but he writes in this like, what I what I associate with like an older, more classical style of folk where it's more like storytelling, like a huge narrative. Anyways, I love Josh Ritter, and he put out a new album, and I was like, I want to buy that. But I bought it from his actual merch site, which I'll link that down below. I've never bought anything directly from him, but I thought, why wouldn't I, right? So I bought The Animal Years, which is almost a 10-year-old album. This album came out in 2006. I don't own this one. I own a lot of Josh Ritter albums. I don't own this one, but I know every song on it, so I figured I might as well buy it. Also, this is the like special edition disc. So disc 1 is the studio version of the album. Disc 2 is Josh Ritter playing the whole album acoustically, which sounds amazing. And then I also got it because one of the B-sides on this album is Blame It on the Tetons, which I know is a Modest Mouse song. That was probably also a cover though. I don't know if it's their song originally, but I really like that song, so I was really excited to see that on here. I also bought their live album where they played at the Iva Gardens? I don't know, you Irish will have to tell me how to pronounce that word. So they played a 2-hour set at this like public garden, and I've seen bits of it on YouTube and it's amazing. So I got the album. So there's 2 CDs with the music, and then there's the DVD version of the whole show. But the reason I placed the order, oh, before that, I also bought a tiny little Evil Eye pin, which he sells. Evil Eye was a single off of his last newest album, I think, The Beast in Its Tracks. So tiny Evil Eye pin. This is the reason I bought this. I made this entire purchase. So this is Josh Ritter's new album, Sermon on the Rocks. He has gone through a really interesting kind of change in the last little bit. So he had The Beast in Its Tracks is kind of his divorce album. And by that I mean he got divorced, and then a lot of that album seems like it's about that. This is the first album since that album. And his sound has changed a little bit, but it's really still super great. And I really hope someone is still watching this video and me ramble about this, because I'm going to say his first single from this album, Getting Ready to Get Down, is my favorite song right now. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm going to link it. Just click on my face. Click on my face if you want to hear this song. It's amazing, and it's a perfect introduction to Josh Ritter. I think it's catchy, and it's intelligent, and it's super wordy. So just click on my face if you want to listen to that song. And I hope you do. And tell me about it in the comments, because Josh Ritter is outstanding. And I'm gonna end on a very like genuine note here. So I'm not a religious person. I think I've talked about that before. But the Josh Ritter concert I went to years ago is the closest thing I've ever had to a religious experience. And I'm not joking. Like, I don't mean to be a jerk and say that as like a joke. That's real. So that's how important Josh Ritter is to me. Click on my face. Listen to that song. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm going to work on these ornaments frantically, and I might have another video before Christmas. I would like to. I don't really know what to make it about, so if you want to know what I should, if you want to tell me what I should film before Christmas, I would be happy to try to do that. I will probably do some kind of like wrap-up thing for the year, but that'll be after Christmas, before New Year's. And I am still filming vlog footage, although I don't have that much because I haven't been stitching much this month. This is a short video. It's not anymore. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.